In this video, I'm going to show you how to mix loud with only FL Studio plugins. So before we start, I recommend you download this project template here, and this will just mean you have the same layout as me for mixing. So you have all this color-coded stuff here, and then on the mixer channel here, it'll all be color-coded as well. And this will help with things like the buses up here. So the drum bus, bass bus, and then we've got parallel compression and distortion as well. So the next thing to do is set up the master channel and set up the buses, because we're going to be mixing directly into these at a loud level. So what we're going to want is three main things on our master channel. So we're going to want a clipper to shave peaks off to get maximum loudness. And then we want to run this clipper through a limiter to make sure the overall volume doesn't go above 0 dB. So it squashes it down a little bit. And then we're going to want some sort of measurement tool to track the loudness levels. So first of all, let's get a clipper. FL Studio only has one clipper, and it's in dynamics at the bottom here. Fruity soft clipper. Or if you search more plugins, you can then favorite it, and then mine's here, you can see. So let's add that in. And it only gives you threshold and post gain. So what we're going to do is just bump up the post gain slightly to 85%. You can see in the top left, it's moving there just to give it a little push. Then we need to add our limiter. So we can add Fruity limiter again in dynamics here. And then again, we can bump this gain up very gradually just for maximum loudness. You can see in the top left 0.5 dB gain. And we're going to need some sort of visualizer because we're only using stock plugins. I'm not going to use Ulean loudness meter. And what we can use here is Wave Candy. So you can see here, this is a FL Studio plugin, Wave Candy. And we're going to want to do a couple of different things on here. So we can make this bigger, and this is going to show permanently. If it's getting in the way, you can turn it on and off here. And what we want to do is select meter tool. So we get this dB value along the side here. And then for mode, we want to pick RMS. And RMS stands for root mean square. And this basically measures the track's average power. So it's like LUFS, which is loudness unit full scale. And basically the difference between LUFS and RMS is LUFS measures more accurately how our ears hear it, whereas RMS measures more mathematically accurate loudness levels. But we don't have a LUFS value along here, so we're just going to use RMS. You should be able to follow them pretty similarly for mixing loud. So for example, -3 to -4 is approximately -3 to -4 LUFS. So what we'll do is just move this into the bottom here and track it here. So now we need to set up the drum bus because we're going to be mixing the drums into this and the bass bus as well. So what I'll do is I'll add another soft clip to here, and I might add a Fruity limiter as well if I need to boost the gain up afterwards, because this one doesn't seem to have a ceiling. So if I push the post too much and it goes into the red line, I can just use this limiter to cap it off. And then on the bass bus, we'll just add a Fruity limiter as well. In my last mixing loud video, which I'll leave up here, I explained in a bit more detail when to use a clipper and when to use a limiter on different things. So go back and watch that if you're a bit unsure. And now we're ready to start mixing our elements into this. And for this video, we're just going to mix the most important part of the drop. So some drums and some basses, just so you get a general idea of what to do. So we'll do 4 bars, and we'll get the kick drum first. Let's go to step mode. I'm just going to whack this kick drum in here, here, just control drag, shift, click it across. Do the same again. And then we've got our first element. Now let's look at the mixer channel. So let's just turn it down on here, just so there's no redlining at all. And this should just be about hitting just below 0 dB. And then what we can do on here is we can add our soft clipper. If we want to increase it a little bit, we can. Now let's add in our snare. So we've got a snare here picked, and we're going to pop this in here, 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 here. Just copy that across like this. Let's have a look at the mixer. As you can see, it's coming in very loud at the moment. So let's just turn this down. And then I've got another snare here that I would layer it with. So we could. So when these two combine, it's going to clip quite a lot. So what we could do is just reduce these down. And then again, we can add like a soft clipper on here if we want. And that should do for now. We might want to lower the level of the snare later. It depends. Now let's add in a ghost snare. So we can add this in here and here. Move this across like this. Might want to make that out on this a little bit bigger. And then let's check the volume of this. Quite loud, so let's turn this down a bit. Now let's add in our percussion, so a hi-hat duplicated, like this. Just did Control B for that. Considerably quieter. And then I've got another hat from the Rollers pack just here, just to add a bit more groove. And then I've got this loop at the bottom here, which I'm going to chop up just to fill up the gaps. So I'm going to grab here, and then here, and then here. This loop is just from Splice, and then here. And then we just get rid of that little bit there. There we go. Now let's play it. Get rid of that bit there as well. Turn little bits down, that might be too loud. And then duplicate this across. And then let's check, so we can check on here, the loudness, the RMS. You can see it's very quiet at the moment, -7 dB. Not quite hitting the values we want yet, but don't worry. And then if we come to the drum bus along here, you can see I'm not even hitting 0 dB yet. So let's come to the clipper and let's start boosting this whilst listening to it. And we're starting to shave off the peaks, so we're losing a little bit of quality, but then we can sacrifice some of that for loudness. And then if we want as well, we can come to this limiter and boost it a little bit as well, for extra loudness. And you've also got a little visualizer here, so you can see which elements are coming in loudest. So you can see the kick drum, the snare, and then all the hi-hats as well. And then we've suddenly got a lot louder drums. You can see it's getting louder along here. We're getting up to -6 now. And you can literally hear it's getting louder as well. And then we can come to our parallel compression and parallel distortion along here, and we can add some compression with a fruity compressor, which again is in dynamics at the bottom here, and you can favorite it as well if you want. And then for simplicity, you can just pick a preset you like. So you could have light compression on it, and then you control how much parallel compression you want on here. And then parallel distortion as well, so you can add a fruity distortion like this, and then you can increase the amount you want on here with this threshold. And again, you can turn this down or up depending. And essentially what this does is gives you more layers being sent of the drums to the master channel, which can then sort of overpower the bass bus, so you don't really have to turn the bass bus down that much. And then you get maximum loudness being fed into the master channel. And now again, if we look at the wave candy in the corner, starting to get closer towards -5 dB now. If you enjoy my teaching methods and you want to learn how to finish track after track, why not check out my Music Production Academy? There's a link down below in the description for more information on that. So next, let's add some basses. So I made a little bass melody, used some samples, used a bit of Serum. For the purpose of this video, I only used Fruity plugins, so I whacked on a multi-band compressor on these settings. And that made it louder. Whacked on this EQ here to cut out the low end. And then clipped with the soft clipper, and the limiter stopped it redlining. And then I put it at 64% through the bass reverb, which has a fruity reverb too on it, and an EQ cutting out the low end. And then on this one, we just have a sample with a soft clipper on. And then this one has EQ, soft clipper on as well. Stop it going crazy. So then with the drums, we get this. So that sounds a little bit aggressive at the moment, and that's because we don't have any sidechaining yet. Normally what I use is Kickstart 2. We don't have that for this video, so I'm going to use Fruity Limiter. And you can see I've put the original limiter just above, just for the purposes of this video, so it doesn't get a bit confusing when you see the visualizer. So let's grab Fruity Limiter, and we want to set the kick drum to go into this Fruity Limiter. So to do this, we go to the kick group here, and then we come here and we right click here and do sidechain to this track. Come here, come back to the Fruity Limiter, and then we make sure we're on this comp mode here, right click, and then click kick group. Now, if we set this threshold all the way down and turn some of these up, you'll see the sidechain working. So the bass ducks when the kick hits. So that purple there is the kick drum hitting and the bass ducking. And obviously that's an extreme example, just so you could definitely see what's going on. Then we can change this to where we want. So you see we get a nice little visualizer on here, so we can determine how much we want. And then the dB value is in the top left. So let's say we want -5 dB. Maybe we want more than that. And then every time the kick hits, the basses are going to duck. Maybe we want like a 4:1 ratio. And then if we want, we can do this for the snare as well, because the snare might have a lot of low end elements in it. So we can come to the snare group. Let's turn this on. And we can do exactly the same. Right click, sidechain. And then we'll come to this limiter. Make sure it's on comp. Right click, snare group. Turn this all the way down now. Turn these up a bit. You see it's completely cutting out. So let's go up here. And then it's up to you how aggressive you want to do it. So then we might want to do this a little bit more on the snare drum. So we can see some actual purple coming through. Maybe on the kick drum as well. Something like that's pretty good. And then you can see at the bottom here. And you can see we're getting like -3 to -4 RMS value now on the Waves Candy. So we've mixed very loud and it's very aggressive as well. And that is the video complete. That is me mixing with only FL stock plugins. What did you think the final product sounds like? Would you say it sounds good enough? Or would you say like using Kickstart 2, using like Pro L instead of the Fruity limiter, using like G-Clip instead of the soft clipper sounds better? Let me know in the comments. It'd be really interesting to hear your guys' opinions. And what do you think of this Wave Candy as well tool? I think it's pretty cool. Not as accurate as like Ulean loudness meter, which is free by the way, but it is still a cool little feature. And if you enjoyed this video, why not watch the video I made recently where I mixed loud with a load of different plugins, including paid ones, but I also went into a bit more detailing about clipping, about limiting, so you can learn a bit more from that as well.